Hey guys, so when I upload this video, well, at least today, is the 2nd of April of 2020. And this date corresponds with World Autism Awareness Day. And because of that, I want to do a little kind of video on 5 things that you may or may not know about autism. Before I begin, I really appreciate it if you like this video, comment, and let's have a discussion about what autism is about. And actually, I will start right there, the definition of autism. You see, autism isn't really that simple. Autism is defined as a condition where someone may be removed or they might isolate themselves due to difficulties with social interaction and communication. Autism is part of a larger scope of factors and characteristics, also known as autism spectrum disorder. Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD as is commonly known as, is part of a scale or spectrum that distinguishes based on severity of areas such as social interaction, communication, and sensory behaviors. So yeah, it's a little bit complicated, but it also is important to point out my second point, which is that it is something you are born with and isn't something that happens after birth. So no, study after study over time has shown that vaccines don't cause autism. Actually, it's a neurocognitive disorder that means that our brains process things a little bit differently. How and when signs show up vary greatly from person to person. Actually, that's my third point. Some people show insensitivity and oversensitivity for stimuli such as touch, smell, and taste. Some people just feel out of place in social situations and resort to repetitive behaviors such as rocking back and forth and pacing up and down. And then others have a high inclination to order and structure. Some people can't even tell facial expressions properly, such as when you express anger or hate, or when you actually really like something. These symptoms range from mild to severe and could affect day-to-day functioning, which is actually my fourth point. You see, those who experience severe symptoms have a really hard time with day-to-day tasks, such as washing wares or putting on clothes, and they would need some supportive care. However, those who experience really mild symptoms have absolutely no problems living their day-to-day lives and have no problems getting a job, graduating from school, or even having stable relationships. In the spectrum, this is under an umbrella term called high-functioning autism, and there's a good chance you already know somebody like that. Which brings me to my fifth point. Early diagnosis and intervention could be really helpful for parents who have kids who suffer with autism, especially as they transition to adulthood. This is actually the theme this year for the United Nations, and it's something that we should pay attention to. It's really important that we involve these kids in our generational practices, as well as make sure that they have access to an education, that when they grow up they can have access to a job and could live healthy, independent lives. Speak to and encourage your local representatives about the things that they are and could be doing to help in this process. With that, let's discuss in the comments below exactly what is autism, and maybe we could learn something new. So, till next video, I'm Alphonsus. Thanks guys.
You speak that smile.
You did the signal, the way.